All right. So, obviously, by the challenges I had to get on this recording with my phone, I'm going to say that this is a message that God wants me to put out here. And I've been thinking about this for a long time. Since this whole conversation about racism has come up, this message has been in my heart. And I'm going to say that I was afraid to talk about it because I feel like some people are not going to understand it. But you know what I realize? If God gives you a message to give to the people, it doesn't matter who understands it. Our job is not to convince people. Our job is just to give the message, and whoever understands it, understands it. Whoever needed it, needed it. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this. My name is Sandy Bastian. You might already know me. If you don't know me, my name is Sandy Bastian. And I am a mom, I'm a wife, I have 5 children. I am of Haitian descent. My family is from Haiti, but I grew up here in America. I was born here. And as a Haitian American, I grew up in the Haitian culture because I always say that Creole was my first language. If you were ever to hear me speak Creole, you would think that I was probably born in Haiti. A lot of people ask my parents, when did I come here? But that's not the purpose of this message. I want to talk to my Haitian people and my Haitian family, friends and family. And I want to tell you guys that as we're having this conversation about racism, let's look at the racism happening in our household. Let's examine the racism that's happening in our own hearts. And I say this because I experienced racism as a dark-skinned woman, Haitian American, amongst others. I remember certain conversations growing up when people would emphasize how black I was or how dark I was, or my other siblings. And it didn't bother me. It never bothered me. I mean, the only thing is I made the observation that when they talked about dark-skinned people, it was just always an emphasis of they're dark, as if it was something wrong with being dark. That's what I picked up as a child. But as I grew up and I was able to, examine myself, and I look at myself, I didn't see anything wrong with me. I loved my color, okay? I can't speak for everybody else, in my household or around me. But Sandy loved who she was. I loved my complexion. Did I struggle with acceptance? I did, because the message was something is wrong with your skin because it's so dark. I remember one girl said to me, Sandy, I was looking at a video of you when you were younger and you were just so dark, as if to say that there was something wrong with me when I was a little girl. And I thought about it, but I didn't let it bother me. For some reason, these messages never bothered me. Some people it did bother. Now, the reason I'm talking to you guys today is because I want you guys to know, before we deal with the racism outside of us, let's deal with the racism in our own household. That child that has a little bit of a lighter complexion than the other that you treat differently, let's deal with those issues. Because until we deal with those issues, we can't deal with the issue on the outside. Racism is not a black and white thing. Racism can happen inside the household. It didn't happen in my household. I'm grateful my parents embraced us. Although I felt there was a mentality that the lighter skinned people were more superior amongst the people around me. When they would talk about, their complexion, they would describe it in a beautiful way, as if when they were talking about the darker people, it would be in a more inferior way. It didn't happen in my household, but it happened around me, and I saw it. I lived it. And what I'm saying to you guys is this: as Haitian people, let's deal with the racism. Let's be honest about the racism inside of us. Let's be honest about the racism inside your household. Before you point the finger at the person on the outside that's racist, let's talk about racism within ourselves. Now, some may call it something else. You might say it's self-hate. But the issue here is that you have chosen to praise a person based on the complexion, the color of their skin. This is a problem and we need to address it. And the only way to address it is to be honest with it. That's the message that I have had in my heart for a long time. I've been afraid to share it because I don't know what conversations will come out of it. But today I had this burning inside of me and I had to get it out. So it's out. Let's deal with racism, Haitians, any other race too, any other culture or ethnicity. Let's deal with this issue of lighter, darker. Because once we deal with that, then we'll be stronger to deal with the other stuff. That's my message.